Hey yo, it's me, Carlos C, and my beautiful, just look at her looking like a snack over here, wife. She's about to bust. How many more months?
6 weeks.
6 weeks, like 1 month, 1 week?
In 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Math.
3 pay periods.
Math is hard. He's moving too, he knows. I think he's packing his bags because he is making all types of flips and he might be stretching. I don't know what he's doing, but he's doing the most right now. My passion, my desire is to help people navigate through this journey of faith. It doesn't have to be as hard as it seems. Hey yo, it's me, Carlos C. Privileged to have so many couples come through our apartment, and we've gotten to hear so many stories, and it was a privilege for us to do
it really
so.
Was.
But what we want to do is give a little insight of who we are.
Mm-hmm.
We never did this. Nobody. No. We never really got to do not together.
No, I'm really excited about this. This is gonna be so much fun. I don't think we really ever much talk about us in general. I mean, now in front of the camera, it's a little easier, but I'm excited to see what our answers are.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be the layout. Okay, you ready? I'm gonna have 3 questions to see how well you know me. You're gonna have 3 questions to do the same thing.
We asked you guys to ask us a few questions, and we're getting ready to answer.
We went
those.
on to Facebook and
I think we should do all of them. Those are fun.
Hey, those are good questions.
Those are some good questions.
Let's get started.
Okay.
First before anything, how did we meet? That's the question. How did we meet? And before you go ahead, put it in your hole. Listen, she has a story about how we met, and then there's the truth, right? And there's the truth. And ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I want to let you know the truth. My GoPro just died.
That's okay. But say it right.
I'm gonna say it right. You gonna let me talk?
And the thing is that
You gonna let me tell my story? So this is what had happened. It was about what? Back in the day.
you're giving the story, you don't even know the date.
Listen, I was about 18, 19, 2006, something like that.
May 2006. He had just turned 19, actually.
Just turned 19. The boy needed a job.
You listen to me. Go out and look for a job. The word today is job. J-O-B. You hear me?
Applied for Payless shoes. Don't even exist no more. I know.
I know.
And
so crazy.
And I got called in for a group interview. Go into the group interview and knock it out the park. I'm telling you, your boy got hired right there on the spot.
But you're missing so much of the interview. That's where we actually met.
I didn't even know you were in a sea of girls. Like, I was the only guys, maybe 8 or 9 girls that were in the interview. I just needed the job. I just cared about the job. So everybody got asked the same questions. Why do you want to work here? I just did what I do best. Let them know about me. Just talk about me, the great qualities about me, and why you want to hire me.
He copied my answers.
Listen, copy.
He just got hired because he was a tall guy.
I don't care.
The only guy.
Listen, I was the only guy, the tall guy. I was handsome.
I bet you Art was like, yes, finally a guy.
Listen, I don't care. I needed a check. I forgot to give him my phone number. So I ran back to see if he was still in the area because it was a food court that we had the interview in. I went back to the food court. He was still there. I told him, hey, here's my phone number. Let me know if you need me. He said, don't worry about it. Show up on Monday. You got the job. So Monday comes along, I go inside and somebody tugs on my pant leg and they were like, hey, you remember me? And I said, absolutely no idea who you are. And she says, oh,
I tugged on your pant leg.
Listen, I'm telling you the story. Let me talk. You gonna let me talk? You gonna let me talk? I was like, I have absolutely no idea who you are. And she was like, we had the interview together, and from day one, she was putting the moves on me. I'm telling you, she was leaving little hints and innuendos and trying to get me down her aisle she was working on, and it worked. Eventually, your boy fell for it, and it was the best decision I did was to fall for it.
This is weird. I don't even want to give my side of the story because you're such a liar.
Oh, my heart hurts.
So we went to this group interview and I gave these awesome answers. Just saying how I was a great asset.
She
okay,
Googled
you gave. Google wasn't even a thing.
Wait, what?
She Googled it.
Are you gonna let me talk?
Go. Yeah.
See, I let him talk, and this is him all the time. So I go and I give these amazing answers. How I'm a great asset to the company. How I'm there for more than shoes because everybody was like, "Well, I like shoes."
I'm here for shoes. I like shoes.
No. So
shoes.
I had some pretty good answers. So when it came to the turn to like Carlos's turn, I don't like group interviews. I don't know why they exist anyway. But when it got to Carlos, he's like, "What she said," and then try to twist it around. Where I'm
like, no twist. That just made it better.
But I had also applied to other places, so I wasn't, I wasn't giving it 100% anyway. So finally they called me back and I was like, all right. And when I go in, I see Carlos's big head. And I was like, hey, you're the guy from the interview. And he's like, oh, hey. It's like, oh, okay, whatever. So I started, doing my work. There was a period when we would take the bus. And it ended up that we would take the same bus together. Mm-hmm. And while we were waiting for the bus, he actually grabbed my phone. We were in the bus. No, we were waiting for the bus.
No, we were already on the bus.
No, it was on the bus stop where he grabbed my phone. They know you. They know how bad your memory is. So he grabbed my phone and he took my phone. He put his phone number on my phone, took a selfie because it was one of those old camera phones. So he did one of those, For those that know Carlos from way back then, this pose. And he ended up calling his own cell phone so he could keep my number. And he just started texting me. And it was always like random text messages. That's another story. You guys are just going to hear of how we met. But that's really how we met. And actually, we didn't start dating till much later that year. But
she played a little hard to get. She played a little hard to get.
But I was pulling the moves, right, guys?
Hey, and I don't understand that, but I was up for a chase.
Because otherwise, I would have been like,
you weren't gonna go nowhere. You were already,
this weirdo.
You were already stuck in the charm. Like I had you in the charms. You were in the charms. There's no coming out of it. Charms.
I have a question. When you got your phone, did you pickpocket?
No, that's why we were on the bus already.
No, I let him borrow it because we were just waiting for the bus. We were friends.
Oh.
All right, let's get into the questions. Question number 1. I'll go first.
Okay.
What is the only sport that I played in high school?
Wrestling.
Oh.
But it wasn't the only sport because you played football for like maybe a few weeks.
I played football for 2 weeks. They hit me one time in the chest real hard. I couldn't breathe and told the coach, nope, thank you. I'll stick to slamming people on a mat because your boy, you're not going to hit my body like that.
Okay.
I ain't going to get paid for that.
I got one,
either.
yes. Okay, so I'm going to ask you the same question.
Okay.
What sport did I play in high school?
The clarinet. You played a sport? Volleyball.
Well, I did play volleyball, but there was one more. Some people don't consider it a sport, but I did it.
Did you swim?
No.
Oh, hold on. I can get this. It wasn't baseball. You have stubby legs. You ran.
Yeah, cross
you did
country.
running.
I joined cross country with Anna. So yeah, you got it.
I know.
That was a hard one.
Because I know you. I know your life.
I mean, I'm not going to deny that you know. I mean, I hope you know me.
Question number 2. What's my favorite food?
That is hard. But I have to say it has to be arroz con pollo. That's the number one thing that you ask for to your family members.
I mean, that's what I asked. Okay, so you have meals that you ask your mom to make, your sisters to make, and everybody to make, but that's not my favorite food.
It's hard. But then you have a favorite food?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I don't know your favorite food.
It's chicken wings. I can eat chicken wings all day, every day for the rest of my life.
But you can also have beefs.
No.
You can also
I
have-
could get tired of beef. You can't just insert a food here. You can also have asparagus. No, I cannot have asparagus. It's
I didn't say
chicken
asparagus.
wings.
You don't eat vegetables.
Look, bone in, bone out, naked, breaded, any sauces. It doesn't even matter. Just
You also
give me
like
wings. But it's not a favorite food.
I think that's just not a good question because you didn't get mine either.
What you mean? Yes, I did. You run in high school. Okay,
And that was okay. Who is my favorite aunt?
your favorite aunt is the one from Mexico.
Which one?
What the heck? I don't know her name. She's from Mexico. Your sister.
Describe her.
She came here with Elvis.
Yeah, he got it. Elvis. Oh my god.
Her husband looks like
Stop.
Elvis.
Stop talking about my family.
He looks like
But
Elvis.
Yes, that is her.
Tell me you don't look like Elvis.
I don't think he looks like Elvis.
Okay, he looks like a Mexican Elvis. Good looking guy. Question number 3. Favorite all-time band? Guilty pleasure band.
But you stopped listening to like secular music so long ago. So I don't know if you mean like Christian or do you mean secular?
I'll give you both. Give me 2 of them.
It has to be Elevation.
I'll give you that.
It has to be Elevation. And old ones, it would have to be Blink 182.
Fight me. Blink 182. Best band ever. Fight me in the comments.
I don't think they will. Blink 182 was they were big. I mean, I didn't listen to them and I still knew about them. So, who was my go-to best friend in high school?
Anna.
I actually had a few, but
And
yeah,
Marcella.
No, Marcella actually I met later.
Just kidding. Anna and Anna.
And Jose. Jose was the other one. But yeah, I think Anna has been the one who stuck around the most.
I got.
Thank you,
So
Anna,
far-
for sticking around, even though I'm so weird.
So far, I'm up by 1 question.
Okay.
Okay. Now we're gonna move on to the questions from Facebook. We asked you guys on Facebook.
And Facebook.
Yeah, we asked Facebook to give us some questions because we're not that creative and wanted questions to help us out. Let's hear it. Question number 1.
Danny asked, which side of the bread would you put peanut butter and jelly on?
You could tell that this is my brother because of the questions that he asked. You're the peanut butter to my jelly.
Question number 2.
Caesar wants to see if she puts toilet paper upright or downward.
Has to
Caesar,
go up. Over.
we still struggle with
No,
this
we don't.
on a daily basis.
No, we don't.
See, you asking questions that can potentially harm my marriage right now because we're still the family's still trying to figure out. You know what I mean? I try to do everything. Schematics. I try to put all types of. I even showed him YouTube tutorials on how to put toilet paper on the roll and.
What do you mean she? He can't put toilet paper on the roll?
No. We know that coming out of the womb, that toilet paper goes the one way. No.
And to be honest, I didn't really give this one much thought before I married Carlos, but he would make it such a big deal that toilet paper had to go over. And I'm like,
Look, did you ever have to reach behind the toilet paper to try to fish out the toilet? Nobody got time for that. Just put it, put it the right way. So all you gotta do is smack it in rolls. That's all you gotta do. Why you gotta put the next question before we go?
Is that a tall people problem? Like, does the toilet paper have to be higher up so you can pull it down? I don't know.
I'm just gonna get my own. I'm gonna go ahead and get my own like little dispenser, and then you guys can have your own dispenser, and figure it out however you want to. That's how. I'm just gonna get my own bathroom. How about that? Even if it's a porta potty outside, I don't care. You guys aren't allowed in.
If he gets his own bathroom, he'll probably turn it into a studio again.
I mean, what's wrong with that?
Recording while pooping.
Titi Gidget asked, who was the first to fart when
this
dating?
Question is unfair.
Obviously, the answer's
so
simple.
Unfair.
The answer's so simple.
It's unfair because It slipped, all right? It just slipped.
Nasty.
It was not nasty. He actually said it was cute,
No,
all right? And I was
what
like,
do you
that's not
say?
cute. That's not cute at all.
What do you say? It happened. It's like the first thing that you're like, oh, okay.
Thank you for not making
I
it
don't even know.
more embarrassing. It was so embarrassing. It slipped out, all right, guys? But I'm
You
not
loved
the
me.
one.
I loved you.
I'm not the one that farts the most.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Oh, you can definitely confirm it.
So George wants to see how do you eat your pancakes?
This is actually a really good question. I didn't know that people ate pancakes differently. The normal thing is you make the pancake, you cut it, you pour syrup over it, and you eat it. That's it. Not these guys. No, he has to have chocolate chips on his pancakes, roll it up like a tortilla, and eat it.
I mean,
Ooh, no syrup.
sometimes you even dip it in your coffee. And
Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
yeah. George, you're the only one that eats the middle and throws away the outside of the
He
pancake.
throws it out?
Yeah, it's the
George.
weirdest. Like, the first time
That's wasteful.
I'm sorry, George, but even I disagree.
I saw him do it, I almost left the restaurant. I had grace on you, but don't ever do that again.
Crystal wants to know who loses more socks.
Crystal, listen.
How many socks
How many
are
socks
you
do you
losing?
lose? Listen, we're gonna have to start a GoFundMe page for you to get you new socks, because I don't know what to say.
Guys, get Crystal some socks, please.
Listen, just like I'll put a PO box in the bottom. You can just send her some socks. Poor girl.
Okay, next question.
Alex wants to know, do you first add the milk to the bowl or the cereal? What's your favorite cereal? And what color cap on the gallon do you prefer drinking?
Carlos, I don't know where you find these friends at.
Who puts milk first?
Who? That
Who?
sounds like a serial killer.
Hey, she's good. Oh my goodness.
A serial killer? Serial killer, Chippy.
Who puts milk first? Who? Like
I
then the
don't-
cereal floats. You don't have the same ratio.
Not only that, you don't really know how much cereal you're pouring in.
Listen, that is not cereal etiquette.
Eso no es de Dios, Alex.
And to be honest with you, like you don't play. Our society nowadays, we rely on cereal. So for you to disrespect cereal like that, we're gonna have a conversation about it. But the only cap that's acceptable in this household is the blue cap.
The blue cap, yeah. The blue cap
cap.
is the way to go.
All day.
Alright. And my favorite cereal is Reese's, the
Stop.
cereal. And funny because I don't really like the candy that much, but the cereal is so good.
Best cereal in the whole wide world is Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
And you can tell that this is Carlos's best friend because
Cinnamon
asking the same question.
Toast Crunch is the best cereal
Carlos always
ever invented. There is no cereal that matches the taste. The milk afterward is the best. The milk that's left is better than the cereal itself. That's why you eat Cinnamon Toast Crunch, is so you can have the leftover milk after.
So,
As a matter of
why
fact,
do you leave this milk
you
in
guys-
the bowl?
You guys, like, Cinnamon Toast Crunch should sell a gallon of milk that's just, you know, like there's chocolate milk,
But,
strawberry milk, Cinnamon Toast Crunch milk.
They're gonna ruin it just like they did the creamer.
Rita asked, which side of the bath towel do you use first, the face or the butt?
Does she mean like where do we wipe our face first?
We don't necessarily have a towel system, so the face is the butt. That's why we have the smell test first. You kind of, you go with the flow. You just kind of gotta feel it. I don't know. The face is they're both the same.
Yeah. Well, if she means like what do you dry first?
Oh, what do you dry
I
first?
definitely always go with the face first, and then I go from legs up.
I go from top down.
Really?
Yeah.
So your legs are all dripping while you wipe everything down?
I dry off in the shower. So I go from the head to the face to then the shoulders, knees and toes.
But you can't reach your toes.
Your mama can't reach your toes.
Karina is asking if you could relive one day of your life, which day would you pick?
That's a good question.
That is a good question.
I have so many happy days.
Oh, happy days. Oh, happy days.
If I could relive today, a day in the past that has already happened, it would have to be the birth of my daughter, of Michelle, and just cherish it more. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad we have video footage of it, but just that moment that just changes your life forever, being a parent for the first time and being responsible for this little human that you have to raise. It's just, I wish I can go back and just captivate those moments again.
If I can relive a day in the past, it'd be the day that I met you. Amen. Amen.
You want to go back to the Payless interview? Is that what you're
Want to
saying?
go back to the Payless interview and just turn around and go home. That's
Devin wants to know, what is the one thing that you do that annoys her, aka him, most?
What's the one thing that I do that annoys you?
Oh my god. No, I have a good one.
Okay.
All these cables all over the house. Oh, I'm so tired of stepping on these blocks of cables that he's like running cables all through the house. This is, oh my gosh, this is the bad thing about living with someone who is like IT techie person, that they have cables everywhere. I'm forever tripping. I'm forever stepping on blocks and hurting my feet. That's really frustrating and annoying.
The one thing that she does that annoys me is leave stuff out of the fridge. She takes stuff out of the fridge, puts it on the counter, and it stays there until I'm like, is that a gallon of milk? How long has it been sitting there? And it just sits there.
I never leave the gallon of milk out, by the way. My parents really would scold me a lot when I was little.
I don't know. It's just like things come out the fridge and they
It's
stay out the
true.
fridge, and I gotta put it back. And I don't know about you, but if something stays out of the fridge for too long, it is no longer good to me. I don't care what the expiration date or anything says. If it warms up, it cannot go back in the fridge.
CJ wants to know, who's the better cook?
I mean,
He's good on the grill, but when it comes to like food cooked on the stove, it's me.
I don't have. Look, listen.
I can't.
Let me.
He's getting better.
Let me fill you in real quick, because you probably think I'm some type of culinary diggery. What I'm not. I only do like 3 dishes, but I do them really well. So I'm a better cook at what I do. She makes like a more of a variety, but for the stuff that I make it way better. So you know what I mean? I have a like patented 3. That's that's pretty much it.
He's getting better. And here's the thing with Carlos. He cannot follow a recipe for the life of him. He has to feel it in his spirit.
You gotta feel it in the shalana. You know what I mean? You don't go by the book. You just look at the picture and keep moving.
He'll make some arroz con dulces with salchicha. You know, he'll mix it up for you.
Listen, you
He
gotta.
makes concoctions.
You gotta make it fire.
I'll eat it.
They're fire.
I eat it. Sometimes it's a
Listen,
little
it's not
salty.
by the book. It's not salty. It's just.
Sometimes it is.
It's just extra flavor.
What is the most inspiring thing you can say about your partner?
Most inspiring thing that I love about my wife is that she doesn't give up.
Oh.
Like, she sticks in there, even when it's not easy, even when it's painful, even when she has to, she doesn't understand it. Sometimes, like what I do especially, puts a toll on her, and knowing that it's going to push me further, she'll go through the paces knowing that it'll eventually make the family better, or it's going to take us to a next level or anything like that. So she endures a lot. A lot of what I do right now, she puts up with a lot. So that's what I appreciate the most about her. She's flexible. Like, we learned a long time ago that sometimes both of us, one way or another, have to take one for the team. I'm just grateful that none of us put our pride first before our partners.
Similar to what I was gonna say, but I think just in general, I love that you are such a good listener, not just to me but to other people. Like, I feel like people can get advice from various persons, but then they come to you and you give them like something completely out of the blue. You know, you give them something completely different, but it makes so much sense, you know, just, and I think that's just the wisdom that God has given you. And that really is very inspirational. That inspires me, where I'm like, whoa, you know, like I would have never seen it that way. We like to counsel people, not that we're experts or anything, but I think overall it's not bad, because since we started dating, when my friends would have like problems with their boyfriend, I would be like, you should talk to Carlos. He's actually a very good listener and he gives really good advice. Not that they would listen, but
Nope.
But I think that's just who you are, and that's what's gonna make you such a great pastor. That's what's gonna take you so much further, because you love people, you inspire them by showing them who God like designed them to be. Really.
In conclusion of this video, we came from a traditional background where you had to look a certain way, act a certain way, think a certain way, and we made the mistake by trying to mimic other relationships. In reality, what we needed to do was figure each other out and form what God wanted for our family. Stop trying to be like someone else and try to figure out how we can coexist and make this thing beautiful. The moment that we figured that out, everything started to click, and just blessings started to come into like our relationship. We just saw so much happening. That was the moment that I realized for myself that it's not how can I get my marriage to look like this, it's how can I get to know you better, how can I serve you better, and break away from the idea that you're supposed to have a certain role, I'm supposed to have a certain role, and start to really enjoy my wife.
Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. This is, I think, the most that we've opened up about ourselves in a long time. So leave a comment, you know, don't just leave us here talking to ourselves. Let us know that you're watching. Let us know what you think.
You know,
and
like, share, comment, do whatever you want.
And you can feel free to answer some of those questions about yourself as well. We'd love to know more about you as well.
Or if you think you know me better, or you know her better,
that's true.
Let us know if we were wrong about ourselves. Maybe you're like, nah, dude, how are you gonna say that when you like this instead? Remind me, cause you know, whatever. Anyway, you guys stay clean, safe out here. It's still a little crazy. We love you. Peace.
Peace out.